This is our fourth and final part of our Northland tour. We've gone from Auckland all the way to the top of Cape Reinga, working our way down the west coast, across the Hokianga Harbour, and now we're going to finish on our final part through to Kai Iwi Lakes and on our way home. We've had an awesome trip and you can see that in all three parts, and I've really enjoyed sharing with you our off-grid tour around Northland. Hi, I'm Emily and I run Emily in NZ, posting about living, working and exploring this beautiful country that is New Zealand. Hit subscribe so you can see what we get up to and top tips about exploring this beautiful country. Let's check out the final part. We're arriving at Kai Iwi Lakes quite late in the day because in our previous video we stopped at Tane Mahuta, and you can see that in this video here. The Kai Iwi Lakes campground is right on the water and we've got the most amazing spot right next to the beach, so let's get out the paddleboard and go for a paddle. However, these sand lakes are developed from sand dunes and there's a really sudden 30-metre drop. It's really shallow and then it suddenly drops. So actually I'm not going to take the kids, we're not staying here long enough, I'm just going to have a paddle myself and then Daddy's going to have a go. It's actually quite scary how deep and dark the water gets. Oh, I'm definitely looking like I need a shower. Given up on the fringe, I've been off grid for too long. You can see here where the colour changes and becomes quite a deep area. That's the sudden drop. I'm actually quite scared to paddle over the top of it. Daddy's go whilst I watch the kids and cook dinner. We only stayed one night at Kai Iwi, could have stayed longer but it was at the end of our trip and we did need to get back to Auckland. We're going to call in at Kauri at the Kauri Museum. Kauri logging was a huge industry for this area in the late 1800s, early 1900s, and it is amazing just the size of these trees. It is really worth a stop on your road trip south, especially if you have two boys in your family like I do who like to see a wall of chainsaws. And the hands-on practical stuff went down really well with the kids. 30 minutes down the road and about an hour and a half north of Auckland, we stopped in Kaiwaka. I've driven past this cafe a lot, the Utopia Café, but I've never been in. It's really, really quirky. Cafe which has grown over the years, working with local artists to add and develop the building even more. I love it, I think it's got such great character, and also there's different booths which each have a different theme. A few people left, so I managed to get a chance to film inside the booths to check it out for you. And the food is pretty good as well. Before we left, we had to have a game of pretend cafe owners, and the toilets are pretty quirky as well. Just a short walk across the road, we found car parking which was actually part of the NZMCA, the Caravan and Motor Association. We could have stayed here overnight, but it was time to go home and finish our trip. Thank you for watching. It was an awesome trip and I highly recommend it. It was only 7 days. But we really enjoyed it at the height of summer, spending New Year around Northland off-grid in our caravan. We've got lots more adventures planned. I've also got some videos coming up explaining the caravan that we've got and what we toured in, as it's featured a lot in this video. And I'll be sharing about our off-grid travels and what we use to stay off-grid and how much money we actually spent on this trip. So keep an eye out for that trip. We've also got some day trips planned, climbing up the gorgeous Rangitoto, so I'll share that video with you soon, as well as summer continuing till about April or May, so lots of things going on and getting ready for the winter. So hit subscribe, and in the meantime you can check out loads of videos on my channel. I'll see you in my next video.